Jesus calms the storm, peace in the midst of fear. Before we begin, please click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you'll never miss tomorrow's powerful Bible story that will touch your heart and strengthen your faith. It was evening on the Sea of Galilee. The sun had just dipped below the hills, and the sky glowed with the last light of day. Jesus had spent the whole day teaching crowds by the water's edge, healing the sick, comforting the broken, and revealing the mysteries of the kingdom of God. As the air grew cooler, he turned to his disciples and said, "Let us go over to the other side." The disciples nodded. They untied the ropes, pushed the boat into the water, and began to row. Other small boats followed behind. The lake was calm, a mirror of glass under the stars. Gentle waves tapped against the wood. Jesus, tired from the long day, stepped to the back of the boat, found a cushion, and lay down. Soon, he was asleep, peaceful, quiet, resting. But out of nowhere, the night began to change. The wind picked up. At first, it was just a whisper across the water, then a rush, then a roar. Dark clouds rolled over the moon. Lightning flashed across the sky. The disciples looked up, uneasy. Then came the storm. The waves began to rise, tall and heavy, crashing against the boat. Water poured over the sides. The sails whipped and tore. The boat rocked so violently that it felt like it would break apart at any moment. These men were fishermen, men who had faced storms before, but this one was different. This was no ordinary wind. It was fierce, wild, almost alive. Peter grabbed the oar, shouting over the wind, "Hold on! Pull the sail!" But the water kept rising. Every time they scooped it out, another wave poured in. The sky was black now. The rain fell like sheets. The thunder rolled across the sea. Lightning lit their terrified faces, faces that knew death was near. And yet, through all the chaos, Jesus was still sleeping. The boat pitched and rolled, but there he was, calm, unmoved, his head resting on the cushion as though the storm didn't even exist. Finally, the disciples couldn't take it anymore. They ran to him, shaking his shoulders. Their voices were filled with fear and desperation. "Master, Teacher, Lord, don't you care that we're perishing?" Jesus slowly opened his eyes. The lightning flashed again, revealing his calm face against the storm. He stood up, steady and unshaken, while the boat tossed beneath his feet. The wind howled around him. The sea raged, but his voice, strong and clear, cut through it all. He looked into the storm and spoke just 3 words. "Peace, be still," and instantly, everything changed. The wind stopped. The waves grew calm. The rain faded to silence. The water became still as glass, reflecting the stars above. The only sound left was the heavy breathing of the disciples, still trembling with awe. Then Jesus turned to them and said gently, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have